Factfulness: 11 Reasons We're Wrong About the World and Why Things Are Better Than You Think, written by Hans Rosling with Ola Rosling and Anna Rosling Rönnlund, is a book that will change how you see the world. Divided into 11 easy-to-read chapters, this book shows that the world is much better than we think. Hans Rosling, a well-known statistician and health expert, and his co-authors use interesting stories and clear data to correct common wrong beliefs. They want to help you see global trends more clearly and positively, countering the constant negativity from the media and our own biases. In a world full of misinformation, bookginger offers clear and accurate insights using factfulness. It takes readers through 11 eye-opening chapters summary, correcting misunderstandings and providing the tools to understand our complex world. By following through this summary, you'll learn to think critically and see the world as it truly is, replacing fear with facts. Keep listening to find out how understanding the real state of the world can bring hope, positive action, and a brighter view of the future. Ready to change your perspective? Ring a bell, click the like buttons, and subscribe to the book Ginger today and start seeing the world in a whole new light. Chapter 1 of Factfulness is titled The Gap Instinct. This chapter explains a common human habit called the gap instinct. This instinct makes us see the world in simple categories like us versus them or developed versus developing without recognizing the complex reality. To understand the world better, avoid oversimplifying it. Labeling countries as developed or developing ignores the progress many have made. Recognize that many regions have significantly improved in health, education, and quality of life. Embrace the complexity, realizing that progress varies and each country has unique challenges and successes. We learn from Chapter 1 that the gap instinct blinds us to the reality of progress and keeps stereotypes and misconceptions. By questioning this instinct, we can get a clearer and more accurate view of the world. Chapter 2 addresses what the authors call the negativity instinct. This instinct leads us to focus on negative news and events, often overshadowing the many positive developments happening in the world. People often on negative news, which can distort how we see reality. The media usually emphasizes dramatic or negative stories, leading to a distorted picture of the world. However, many good things like reduced poverty and better health are happening worldwide. To see the world more accurately, we need to balance the negative news with knowledge of these positive changes. In conclusion, Chapter 2 explains why it's important to notice and overcome our natural tendency to focus on negative things. By paying attention to positive trends and keeping a balanced view, we can have a more informed and hopeful perspective on world issues. In Chapter 3, the authors talk about the straight line instinct. This is the idea that we often think trends will keep going in a straight line and forget about other possible changes. They show how this way of thinking can lead to wrong predictions and misinterpretations of data. People often assume trends will continue in a straight line, not considering possible changes. By studying history, we can see when trends might continue or change direction. It's important to understand why trends happen instead of thinking they will always stay the same. In conclusion, the straight line instinct teaches us to carefully look at trends and consider many factors that could affect them. By recognizing the limits of simple straight line thinking and using a more detailed approach to understanding data, we can make better predictions and decisions. Chapter 4 of Factfulness explores the fear instinct, a mental bias that skews our view of risks and threats. The authors explain how our brains are wired to focus on negative news and sensational stories, causing us to overestimate dangers. Our minds naturally focus on negative news, making us think threats are bigger than they are. Sensational media often exaggerates events, creating fear. However, data usually shows a more positive reality with decreasing global risks. By understanding our fear instinct and looking for balanced views, we can overcome irrational fears and make better decisions. Chapter 4 teaches the importance of questioning our natural reactions to scary information. By understanding the fear instinct and using critical thinking, we can see the world in a more balanced and hopeful way. Chapter 5 looks at the size instinct, which is our tendency to judge things wrongly based on their size. This often causes us to misunderstand the importance or scale of issues. To understand information better, always consider the context, as numbers alone can be misleading. Break down big numbers or global trends into smaller, easier parts. Look at details up close, and then step back to see the whole picture for a clearer understanding. We learn from Chapter 5 that understanding the size instinct helps us see the world more accurately. By recognizing and questioning our tendency to misjudge based on size, we can make better decisions and contribute to positive change. Chapter 6 discusses the generalization instinct, which is our habit of simplifying complex information into basic groups. The authors use clear examples and data to show how this instinct causes us to misunderstand global trends. Don't oversimplify information. Understand that reality is complex and not just black and white. Question your assumptions and stereotypes about different places, cultures, and people, and recognize the diversity within groups. This chapter encourages us to be curious and open-minded. Instead of oversimplifying things, we should try to understand global issues better and question harmful stereotypes. Let's appreciate the complexity and diversity that make our world interesting and unique. Chapter 7 explains the destiny instinct, which is our belief that things can't change because of factors beyond our control. The authors show this is wrong by pointing out the great progress humans have made and how much we can influence our futures. History shows that by working together and being creative, people can solve big problems and make progress. When individuals and communities act and make informed decisions, they can create real change. Thinking our future is fixed leads to giving up, but understanding that we can improve things brings hope and positivity for the future. In conclusion, Chapter 7 shows us that our futures are not fixed. By challenging negative thinking and seeing the progress we've made, we can believe in our power to create a better future. Let's use our ability to act, work towards positive change, and aim for a world where progress is always achievable. Chapter 8 of Factfulness discusses the single perspective instinct. This is a common mental habit where we rely on one point of view, which can prevent us from fully understanding complex problems. What's the single perspective instinct? It's how we simplify things by looking at them from just one angle. In areas like politics, economics, or social issues, we often stick to one viewpoint and ignore the bigger picture. This can cause misunderstandings, stereotypes, and missed chances to work together. The main idea is to value different viewpoints. By seeing that there are various ways to understand a situation, we can better grasp the world. It's about moving beyond limited thinking and being open to new ideas and experiences. In conclusion, the single perspective instinct teaches us to question our beliefs and consider different views. This helps us avoid biases, build empathy, and make better decisions. Remember, the world is complex and varied, and we should appreciate its diversity. Chapter 9 is titled Overcoming the Blame Instinct. This looks at how people often blame others when they face tough problems. This habit leads to easy answers and stops us from understanding and fixing the real issues. The world's problems are rarely simple. Blaming one person or thing ignores the complex web of causes. Instead of finding a scapegoat, we need to look at problems from different angles and consider all factors. Solving these issues requires teamwork and cooperation, helping us find lasting solutions. Chapter 9 of Factfulness shows the need to stop blaming and start solving problems more thoughtfully. By understanding the complexity of issues and working together, we can break down obstacles and build a stronger, fairer world. Chapter 10 of Factfulness explains the urgency instinct. This instinct makes us think we must act quickly to fix global problems, often due to exaggerated fears or incomplete information. The chapter explains how this instinct can cause us to set the wrong priorities and choose ineffective solutions. In this chapter, the authors of Factfulness recommend questioning the urgency of problems because not all need quick action. Some can be fixed with careful planning. They suggest thoroughly evaluating solutions to avoid making hasty, ineffective decisions. They also advise against panicking, as staying calm and rational leads to better decisions for society in the long run. Chapter 10 advises us not to react hastily to global problems. Instead, we should pause, question our immediate reactions, and think carefully about our choices. By staying calm and rational, we can find better, long-lasting solutions. Let's try to handle issues thoughtfully instead of giving in to the urge to act quickly. The final chapter, Chapter 11, titled Factfulness in Practice, is a practical guide to using the book's ideas in daily life. It stresses the importance of using factfulness in our decisions and interactions with the world. To better understand the world, we should stay curious and question everything, including our assumptions. It's important to seek out different viewpoints and reliable information to see the full picture. We need to fight misinformation by sharing accurate facts and correcting falsehoods. Lastly, staying humble and open to learning helps us adapt to new knowledge and perspectives. We learn from Chapter 11 that factfulness is more than a book. It's a call to action. By embracing factfulness, we can become better informed and more thoughtful. Let's challenge our assumptions, look for reliable information, and help create a more fact-based conversation. Together, we can build a world where knowledge wins over ignorance. As we conclude our journey through Factfulness by Hans Rosling, Ola Rosling, and Anna Rosling Rönnlund, we see that this book is about more than just facts and numbers. It's about changing how we view the world. By questioning our biases, challenging our assumptions, and focusing on facts, we can become more informed and compassionate. Factfulness shows that while the world can be complicated, it's also full of progress and hope. Let's keep learning, consider different viewpoints, and aim for a future where facts guide our understanding. Together, we can build a better world for future generations. Thank you for staying till the end. To receive more engaging and insightful updates from our channel, click the subscribe button to subscribe to Book Ginger.